Another weekend is here, and it's always a great weekend to be in the Great Smoky Mountains. And just want to remind you, if you're heading on the trails and hiking rather than driving, Trillium Gap, we've still got a closure there with the access to Grotto Falls cut off because of some weather we had there earlier this month. And of course, watch for changing weather conditions anytime you're in the national park. We've got I-40 at 407 is busy as usual, especially in the late afternoon as folks are coming in, and some folks are sadly having to head home, as we all have to do after vacation. And also, Chapman Highway in Seymour has construction from 9 to 3 if you are taking that as an alternate route. Look for slowdowns on I-75 through Chattanooga, should you be heading up from the Chattanooga area, or also, of course, Georgia and the Atlanta area. And Athens and Lower City also have construction and slowdowns there. Your best tickets are just a phone call away when you call us at 865-978-1152. That's 865-978-1152. It's our best tickets, your personal vacation planning service. And I'm Brad Lovett. That's traffic on Mountain Fun Life.
Hey guys, welcome back to Fun Life. We're here with Savannah and Kira, and today we're here at the island. We are focusing on the island this week. Right now we're in front of the fountain right now behind us.
It's gorgeous, and every hour and a half we have a light show that happens here where it's just absolutely beautiful. You see the water dancing to the music with all these lights going on. It is something to definitely see. So if you're out here in Pigeon Forge, make sure you come check out the light show.
Yes. Back to you guys.
Smokies at America's friendliest ballpark this summer for huge post-game fireworks shows every Friday and Saturday night home game. It's part of our summer fireworks series. Book your 9-inning vacation at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Parrot Mountain. This attraction has it all, whether you're 2 years old or 90 years young, with hundreds of beautiful tropical birds and thousands of flowers, plants, and trees. Folks who visited our park have said, "I've never seen this many birds in one place. This must be what the Garden of Eden was like. The most beautiful and peaceful place I have ever been. These gardens rival the best. The best value in the Smokies. You'll want to visit Parrot Mountain and Gardens. Call or visit us online. We'll see you there."
It's Friday on Morning in the Mountains. Hi, I'm Frank Murphy on Mountain Fun Life, along with Robert Ownby, Jim Johnson, and Brad Lovett. That's an homage to my late great mentor, David Haynes, who used to do the news when I started in radio. It's Friday! And speaking of news, let's check the headlines with Brad Lovett.
And for your Friday, due to high demand from the regional hospitals as a result of several trauma events, there's been a huge decrease in the blood supply for the county, and that's from Medic Blood Supply. All eligible donors are needed to please stop by one of their 4 centers at Medic Regional Blood Center or any blood drive happening in the area this week. Specifically, they need O+ and O- donors as well as A+. And if you donate today through Saturday, you'll be entered to win a pair of tickets to Zoo Knoxville, and they'll give away 1 pair every day. Additionally, anybody donating through Saturday will be entered to win 4 movie passes. We have a new attraction in our area. It's called Soak City, and that's a new water attraction, and the folks who bring you Wilderness at the Smokies, Soaky Mountain Water Park. It'll be a 50-acre water park located right across from Wilderness, and groundbreaking is August 6th, and Mountain Fun Life will be there to bring it to you just like we were. The life jackets at the Titanic Museum attraction.
Are they doing a pre-groundbreaking? Because I saw some construction equipment over there, and there's a big hole in the ground. I wonder if it's the same thing, if it is Soaky Mountain that I'm seeing, or if maybe they're building, let's just say, another hotel next to Soaky Mountain, or whatever the other things are going to be.
That I'm not sure about.
Rhetorically, I don't expect you to know the answer, because I read the same press release you did.
Well, I can't wait to go to Soaky Mountains. That's all I'm saying. I want to get in there, go tubing.
I think we should go to I'm thinking of bringing my grandsons to the groundbreaking ceremony because they like heavy equipment. I think we should bring Jim in flip-flops, swim fins, a bathing suit, and
some arm floaties
to the groundbreaking, and then have him jump in the mud.
I would do it.
We'll hose him down.
I would do it. It sounds like a great new sport. Talking about sporting events, there's mud jumping at Soaky Mountain.
I like it.
Kind of like that idea.
So that is the groundbreaking August
6th, and we will be there with our cameras, and we'll be interviewing the CEO of Wilderness and the new venture, and it sounds like it's going to be a great time.
And you see, it sounds like Smoky Mountain. It's Soaky.
I love
Mountains.
that. Talk about great
Soaky.
marketing. That's
I think-
wonderful.
Soaky Smoky.
Somebody came up with that, and
You're right.
they should
How
get
they
a
make
raise.
Soaky, smoky, smoky, soaky mountains.
You know how they got the idea? It was from autocorrect.
Now I'm confused.
Autocorrect.
That's
I
how
love
they-
it.
that's how they came up with
You're
the name.
probably correct.
All right, Aaron, go ahead.
What do they say about the inventor of autocorrect passing away? And the tombstone said, "Rest in I don't know what it said. Restaurant in peace," something like that.
Restaurant in peace. Restaurants in peace.
Right. And Titanic, they're going to be having their it's the Flashlight tour, and they're going to do this several times this month, including July 13th, 20th, and 27th, also August 3rd. And get your flashlight and go to the website, and you'll find a way to all the things you need to know about getting tickets.
I love the Titanic.
I love the Titanic too, but this sounds like a good plan. They turn off the lights, save electricity, and then people bring their own flashlights.
I like it. Yes.
Although when that water comes down those stairs, if you were in the dark and that water, and that water comes down the stairs and gushes up against that plate glass,
Oh yeah, you don't
that'd be
want-
scary with the
This
flashlight.
It would.
might
Yeah.
sink.
I tell you, I could not imagine what those folks went through. But I love the Titanic Museum. If
Right.
you have not gone,
My wife
gotta go.
is a Titanic buff. She can tell you, and she can answer any question or tell you anything about the Titanic that you want to know. She went down
Any
to
question.
just
Challenge accepted.
any question. She actually went to one of the tours and was giving the answers to the questions which were being asked by the guy.
Wow.
She
Yeah.
was giving the answer to the questions.
it's a fascinating story. Fascinating story.
And even gave
Tragic,
her
but
information that she didn't know.
All right.
All right. And one of my grandsons is very much into the Titanic as well.
Excellent.
And the whole history of it.
All right. Now, speaking of the Titanic and all the other great attractions that we've got here in the Smoky Mountains, we would love to save you money on tickets when you contact Mountain Fun Life Best Deals. 865-978-1152 is our phone number. Of course, you're already online watching us, so you can click on stuff there too. But just it's easiest if you pick up the phone and talk to our operator who is standing by at 865-978-1152 and find out how we can save you money on your visit to the Smoky Mountains. This is Morning in the Mountains on Mountain Fun Life. And one of the great things we can offer you on Mountain Fun Life is discounts on tickets to some of the fantastic attractions that are all throughout the Smoky Mountains and East Tennessee. Well, all you have to do is give a call to Mountain Fun Life's Best Deals at 865-978-1152, 865-978-1152, and save money when you and your family are visiting the Smokies.
Well, today's special guest on Morning in the Mountains is Heather Odom with Severe Air, a great trampoline place here, right in Sevierville.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming, Heather.
You're welcome.
Well, tell us about this great place at Severe Air.
We have over 38,000 square feet of trampolines and fun for all ages. We have a upstairs for lounging for parents. We have downstairs concession stand, and then our main floor is all of our trampolines.
Oh, a lot of fun there. And I've been to some of the trampoline places around, and it's a blast. So it's kind of like the Ninja Warrior zone over
Exactly. We have an adult ninja course, and we have a children's ninja course.
Which
So
one's
it's
harder?
Probably the children's.
I bet.
But it is definitely fun for all ages. It's not just kids. We have adults that come in and jump by themselves. So it's not limited to any age.
So I bet you do a lot of real good group
We
events.
do.
So
We love our groups. We host a lot of groups. We also have group rates, and we also when we have the groups, we also have our outside customers that come in. So it's
a lot of times people wonder, because when you use the word group, You know, a lot of people think, well, maybe they can only hold 20 people, or maybe they can only hold
We
30
can hold
people.
175 people.
175
Yes.
people. Now that's a group.
Yes,
That's
it
a
is.
group.
Yes.
So talk about fun. Now, are there like different packages that people can purchase for the zone? Is it like
Yes.
hourly rates, or
We have
how does that
hourly
work?
rates. You can buy a 1-hour pass or a 2-hour pass. 1-hour pass is $20, and that includes your socks and your taxes. A 2-hour pass is $29, and it's socks and taxes also included. 6 and under for an hour is $18, and 6 and under for 2 hours is $12.
Wow. So it's better to get the 2-hour deal.
Exactly.
Because you get such a better deal on the second
That's right.
hour. It's probably, now I know I've been to those before, and in the second hour you're like,
Yeah, you're barely breathing,
Now-
but it's good exercise.
they do have some zoned areas like for specifically younger children.
We do. We have downstairs, we have our concessions, and we have tables and chairs, bars, you know, just where you can sit and lounge. And we have a small area downstairs with Lego building blocks and a small area with some little couches for the little ones. And the small ones are more than welcome to jump upstairs also with, you know, their siblings. They're not really contained to a certain area.
Well, I've always had a blast every time I ever went to a jump zone. It's a
I think you
it's a
should come and
blast.
jump.
Oh, I'm definitely going to come and jump. We're going to have a live segment there at the Severe Air Place. I can tell you that right now. And now tell everybody here, where are we located? Where are you located?
We are conveniently located at 266 Collier Drive, Sevierville. We are located straight across the road from Walmart.
Wow. So people can come there. What are your hours again?
Right now we are open from 10 to 10 Monday through Thursday. Friday and Saturday we're open 10 to midnight, and then Sunday is 10 to 10 also.
I tell you what, folks, if you're in the Smoky Mountains, or even if you're around the Smoky Mountain area and you've not been to Severe Air, make sure you come down and give old Heather a call. Bring your group, bring your whole family, bring a family reunion, bring whatever you can bring, and have a ball jumping around on a bunch of trampolines.
Absolutely, and book your birthday parties with us. We have awesome birthday packages.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you for joining us
Thank
here on
you.
Morning in the Mountains, Heather. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you
Thank you.
at Severe Air.
Join the Smokies at America's friendliest ballpark this summer for huge post-game fireworks shows every Friday and Saturday night home game. It's part of our summer fireworks series. Book your 9-inning vacation at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Our new Mountain Fun Life channel launches June 24th. On it, you can see news, weather, and magazine-style information.
We take a dash of a triangle, a little salt and pepper. You need salt and pepper for everything.
June 24th. On it, you can see news, weather, and magazine-style information, all regarding Sevier County and surrounding areas.
Thank you for watching Morning in the Mountains on Mountain Fun Life channel. Frank Murphy here with Robert Ownby, Jim Johnson, and Brad Lovett. Brad, we're doing so well so far today. Let's take another look at Smokies news.
Good morning. You're watching Morning in the Mountains, and I'm Brad Lovett with a look at your weather forecast. And we welcome you if you're in for the weekend, as we're getting those last-minute family vacations in before school starts, and that's going to be pretty soon in a lot of different places as school starts late July and early August in many of our locations right now. So if you're coming down here from Ohio, somewhere else in Tennessee, we do welcome you, but of course ask you to be patient because traffic's going to be busy, and of course there's always a chance of showers or thunderstorms when you're here in the Smoky Mountains in July. So there are still some fireworks from the sky in addition to Dollywood and at Tennessee Smokies games on some days as well. We're going to have temperatures in the 90s once again, or high 80s and lower 90s. And we'll also have a look at some showers and thunderstorms. Some of those could be severe, and it's best to keep your favorite weather app handy. So you'll be warned if those do occur in our area. But for the most part, just watch out for some heat. If you're going to be hiking in the mountains, be sure to take plenty of water. And just that shower or thunderstorm activity could happen anytime. But it's not a reason to dampen your vacation. Just you'll just need to go inside for a little bit till it all passes over, and then everything is good, and you can see the folks performing at Tunes and Tales in Gatlinburg, as a matter of fact, and they'll be there all day and all evening long, dressed in costume. Always a great time to see them in the summertime. And that's your look at weather. I'm Brad Lovett, and I also want to remind you that we do have your favorite tickets available here in the Smoky Mountains. And just call us 865-978-1152, 865-978-1152. It's your best tickets, and they're courtesy of our favorite network, Mountain Fun Life. I'm Brad Lovett, and that's weather on Morning in the Mountains.
Hey guys, we're here at the island back with Savannah and Kira. This week we're focusing on the island right now. We just got done shooting.
We just shot a lot of different things. I think I hit the bear a couple of times, but this is a really cool and fun thing to do if you're not much into riding like Ferris wheels or the other little rides that we have out around here. And yeah, come on out and practice your shooting skills.
Back to you guys.
Oh, please, next time I hit you.
Hi, I'm Rusty, your junior ranger and your guide to the Smokies. The Great Smoky Mountain Park is 522,427 acres of natural playground. Each year, over 11 million outdoor adventurers roam the hills and the valleys of the Smokies. There's all kinds of wildlife and wildflowers. It's one of the most beautiful natural parks ever put together here by our country. 2,100 miles of streams to play in. Can you imagine? Well, today we want to talk about a visit to Clingman's Dome. It is the highest point in the park. The views seem endless, and the sunsets and sunrises will take your breath away. Take the 1 mile round trip walk up to the top of the observation tower. You'll never forget it.
Parrot Mountain. This attraction has it all, whether you're 2 years old or 90 years young, with hundreds of beautiful tropical birds and thousands of flowers, plants, and trees. Folks who visited our park have said, "I've never seen this many birds in one place. This must be what the Garden of Eden was like. The most beautiful and peaceful place I have ever been. These gardens rival the best. The best value in the Smokies. You'll want to visit Parrot Mountain and Gardens. Call or visit us online. We'll see you there."
This is Morning in the Mountains on Mountain Fun Life, and we're getting ready for the weekend with Robert Ownby and Jim Johnson and Brad Lovett. I'm Frank Murphy, and Brad has a look at great news headlines and weekend events for us.
Right, the weekend is here, and we can't wait to get started. And if you're visiting with us, we want to say welcome to you. And one thing you'll want to check out not only this weekend, but all next week is the Gatlinburg Craftsman's Fair. And that opens today. It's the July 2019 show with over 180 of the finest craftspeople from all over the United States, not just here in Gatlinburg, but the entire U.S. Now watch as they demonstrate their skill, answer questions, and offer their unique art for sale indoors at the Gatlinburg Convention Center, nice and in the air conditioning. They're located at traffic light number 8 in downtown Gatlinburg. Now, there is always the summer edition and also one later in the year, but you want to be sure to get to this one if you're either local or you're going to be here on vacation this week. And a lot of other events all over the area. Fanboy Expo in Knoxville with Paul Rubens and also...
That's Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, yeah, him too.
Paul Rubens is Pee Wee.
Right. And the two surviving monkeys will be there.
The band.
Oh, wow.
The band, yes.
Yes. So I've been watching a lot of Apollo footage. I thought, oh, wait, are those monkeys are still alive? No, these are not the space monkeys.
Right.
These are the ones that were in the band.
I love that show. I love
Hey, hey, we're the monkeys. We're the monkeys who are still here anyway.
Yeah.
At
Mickey Dolenz and Peter Tork, maybe? Michael Nesmith?
I thought it was
My
Nesmith.
next door neighbor, who is a musician, used to be in a band with me. He was part of the band. Toured with him, yes.
Oh, wow.
I love
Fantastic musician, too.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
They all went on to to different careers as and several reunions of the Monkees, and they still perform to this day. Now, Splash Country, they've done some different things this year, including their summer event. It's called the Splash Dash Live, and every Saturday night you can hear a band. And this weekend it's Diva and the Black Tie Affair.
Oh, I know them. I actually know them. That's Nakia Scott is diva. She used to be in Dishwater Blonde, and she's an amazing singer. In fact, I booked her for another gig coming up at the Tennessee Valley Fair on September 6th. So that is exciting. Definitely go see Diva and the Black Tie Affair. I saw them one time when they called themselves Diva and the Pink Tie Affair because it was the walk for breast cancer.
Breast cancer awareness, yeah.
Very, very interesting. Now, not only that, you can get your picnic in the park any day at Splash Country. That's something new they've done this year, either a regular or gourmet picnic basket. So you don't have to worry about standing in line. You can reserve that picnic basket when you go to Splash Country. And other entertainment going on, Old Smoky Moonshine at the Island in Pigeon Forge. It's Jams and Jars tonight with the Cleverleys, well-known band in the area. And next Friday night in the Gatlinburg location of Old Smoky Moonshine, it's the Church Sisters playing a free concert. So, something you might want
I just think it's funny that the Church Sisters are going to be on Moonshine.
I was just thinking
there you go.
Well, that's one thing about the Smoky Mountains. You can come here and you can always find music.
You can.
You can always find music.
Yeah, you push your pastor out of the way to get the latest bottle of moonshine.
There you go.
Pardon me, Pastor, I'm going for the apple pie.
Little nip. Just need a little nip for what ails me.
There you go.
What was it, Granny from the Hillbillies?
Like, hey, I'm Irish Catholic. I have no place to talk. I'm in this stereotype.
The Fabulous Thunderbirds are going to be at the Shed.
Yes. Are you tough enough?
Are you tough enough? At the Shed, that's the Shed Smokehouse and Juke Joint. That's at Smoky Mountain Harley Davidson in Maryville. Am I saying that right? On Lamar Alexander Parkway.
Yeah, that's a good place.
And also, Iams Nature Center, and we certainly hope the weather holds out for this. Tonight, 4 local bands, the Vinyl Gypsies, Civil Strife, Waystone, and Moonshine Hill. And just $15 for this all-ages show, and beer and food trucks as well. And that's at the Iams Nature Center in Knoxville. Saturday morning.
Imagine if the name of your band was 4 local bands. You could get a lot of gigs. You could get a lot of gigs.
Let's copyright that because
quickly get the domain. I can do that.
Get that domain, Brad.
Right.
Quickly.
Go. Okay, there we go.
All right.
Saturday morning, it's the Sunflower Festival from 9 to noon at the Forks of the River Wildlife Management Area. And you can take pictures of sunflowers to your heart's content. I believe they even have sunflower photo packages that you can buy.
I'll have to find the article, but I read something about how they don't grow the sunflowers every year.
Right.
So this is the last year they're having the sunflowers for a few years. So this is a good year to go because they're not planning on growing them next year. I guess that whatever they turn over the soil, they do something different. If I know, I could be crazy, so Google it, but because I am crazy, but Google it. But that's what I read somewhere.
And you can even Bing it.
Yes. Don't get me started.
Farmers Market
button when you need it.
Don't get me started about how my corporate web computer forces me to Bing everything. I'm like, all right.
Farmers Market's happening in the area, and today you still have time to get to downtown Sevierville, unless you're in Ohio or something. But anyway, in downtown Sevierville this morning, Gatlinburg's Farmers Market on Glaze Road tomorrow, and the big one in the area, big Market Square Farmers Market in downtown Knoxville. Produce, meat, vegetables, corn, pretty much you name it, you'll find it at one of the farmers markets.
All right. You save some money at the farmers market. You save some money by watching Mountain Fun Life. Call our best deals number at 865-978-1152 to save money on tickets for all these great attractions in and around the Smoky Mountains. You're watching Morning in the Mountains with Brad Lovett, Jim Johnson, Robert Ownby, and I'm Frank Murphy. We'll be back with more coming up. And one of the great things we can offer you on Mountain Fun Life is discounts on tickets to some of the fantastic attractions that are all throughout the Smoky Mountains and East Tennessee. Well, all you have to do is give a call to Mountain Fun Life's best deals at 865-978-1152, 865-978-1152, and save money when you and your family are visiting the Smokies. You're watching Mountain Fun Life. Hi, I'm Frank Murphy. And you've got to have a work-life balance if you want to have fun in the Smoky Mountains. And I'm talking with Joe Morgan, who is a handyman and has Joe's Home Improvement, about all that, because not only are you out here, you know, building beautiful things like our studios here at Mountain Fun Life and our offices, but you also are pretty good at crappie fishing, aren't you?
Decent.
Well, how much fishing do you do in a given week?
In a given week? Well, in the last few weeks, Bob's kept me pretty busy. I've not been able to do any. So
You've been building stuff
probably
for us.
quit biting when it gets hot, but in the spring we do pretty good. We usually catch a limit every 2 or 3 days. So.
Out on Douglas Lake?
Yes, Douglas Lake.
All right, well, let's talk about Joe Morgan. You have a background in all sorts of construction. I mean, you could build and install just about anything, whether we need it for the cabin or, you know, for office space or whatever. So how did you get your start building?
I started 40 some odd years ago, 42 years ago.
That's an even number, by
with
the way.
my,
That'd be 40 some even numbers.
Okay.
Okay.
With my father.
You didn't expect math this early, I don't think.
I worked for a local construction company for 27 years. Last 14 years I was foreman.
Oh, nice.
There's about nothing I can't do. Or if I can't do it, I can find the folks to get it done for you.
So we're talking carpentry, construction, installing whatever fixtures we need around the cabin, around the place.
Yes, I'm proficient at electrical, plumbing, finishing woodwork.
Now, I've seen the work you've done here in our building, but let's just say, for example, a typical call from somebody who's got a vacation home here in the Smoky Mountains. What kind of work would you do for that?
Well, I've done several. You change the dishwasher, sink problems.
Yeah.
Tub problems, electrical. You can change fixtures, plugs, switches.
So just the typical stuff to make your time in the mountains more fun, get everything fixed up. Now, you were telling me that you got to a point in life where you realized, oh man, before you went out on your own, working for a company, you had to find that balance and find time to just say, that's enough. I'm spending too much time working and not enough time living.
I used to work night and day and made plenty of money, but had no time for the family, no time for fun.
Yeah. And that changed.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say I woke up and I decided one day it's better to spend time with your family.
Yeah.
And have fun. And
well, yeah.
Especially your kids when they're young, you'll never get them back. So.
Oh, amen to that. Well, so you've got family yourself, and
yes, I have a wife and a daughter. We're all local, born and raised here.
Mm-hmm. And how do you spend time with them when you're not fishing and not working?
We all love to camp, and we spend a lot of time on the lake. And we've got a barnyard full of boats.
All right, so if you're mainly fishing for crappie in the spring, how do you fish the rest of the year?
Well, there's sauger and walleye in the fall, and bass when you can get around the tournaments.
So if I served you a plate of unidentified fish, and it was one of those, you know, it was crappie or sockeye or walleye or bass, you would tell me what, one bite, you'd know what it was?
Well, this may hurt your feelings. I don't care a whole lot for fish to eat. I like to catch them.
And then?
I will eat crappie and catfish, and that's about the extent of my fish eating.
And then you
I
let
like
them go?
seafood, but, oh yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't kill a bass when I used to fish tournaments, and I wouldn't kill a bass for love or money.
Well, even the big Bassmaster tournament.
Yeah, they don't. They
those,
try not to harm a fish.
Right, they have it all down to the second, where the bass is only out of water for less than a minute for the weigh-in, and they immediately get them back into a well and get them back to the lake.
Their new format, they don't even. They just take them out of the lake and weigh them and put them right back in the water.
Oh yeah. Well, even when they had the big Bassmaster tournament, though, they had to build this stage with a hole in it so they could drop the fish back in the hole, which is under where the well was, and get them back
to the
out.
water.
Yeah. I bet you could build something like that.
Sure could.
Or what are some of the projects you're proud of when you talk about building, whether it be a home improvement project or helping someone change their life because maybe you made like I'm thinking about my mom when she calls a handyman. She's maybe trying to get the bathroom maybe a little more accessible as she's older.
I have remodeled several bathrooms for elderly people for easier access, do custom showers out of tile. And I have built them literally from scratch.
Yeah.
And just different things.
Yeah.
Try to make a house more accessible. As you get older, you can't reach as high. You can't access everything as well.
Yeah, like a nice. I mean, you can have a utilitarian ramp, or you can have one that looks nice and goes well with the, you know, with the landscaping and is pretty, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what my mom. I'm thinking again about my mom and how she's getting around nowadays, thanks to folks like you in the part of the country where she lives. So Joe Morgan with Home Improvement Services. I noticed you're pretty accessible, and one thing I like, you were telling me that texting is a great way, because, I mean, you know, email can be a pain, calling can be a pain, but anybody can grab a phone and text you.
Well, I have a cell phone I carry on me.
Yeah. He's got it right there. And, so don't text him right now. I'm still talking to him.
It's all right. It won't ring.
Well, I mean, you also have respect for your family. I mean, you turn it off at night.
At night, I turn it off so I can
hours.
get a little rest.
Yeah.
I mostly during daylight hours, you can get a hold of me. It's 865-228-3440. I have email. It's jmorgan@gmail.com.
Oh, that's easy.
And if you really want to get a hold of me, text me, because most of the time I'm tied up doing something, I can't answer a call right away.
Right, and if you're on a job,
if I'm on a job,
you can't stop and think about the next job. You got to focus on the job you're doing. Because I think about it, if you're having Joe work on your house or your cabin, you don't want him being interrupted by the next one just yet. So you have that same respect, you know, for whoever is after you on the gig. Yeah, exactly. All right, so the number again,
865-228-3440.
Now, what if I just want to go fishing? Can I call that same number?
You can call it. I'll tell you what's biting.
All right, Joe Morgan, Joe's Home Improvements, thank you very much for joining us on Mountain Fun Life. We appreciate you, and thanks for the great work you've done for us here at the studios.
You're welcome.
Join the Smokies at America's friendliest ballpark this summer for huge post-game fireworks shows every Friday and Saturday night home game. It's part of our summer fireworks series. Book your 9-inning vacation at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Parrot Mountain. This attraction has it all, whether you're 2 years old or 90 years young, with hundreds of beautiful tropical birds and thousands of flowers, plants, and trees. Folks who visited our park have said, "I've never seen this many birds in one place. This must be what the Garden of Eden was like. The most beautiful and peaceful place I have ever been. These gardens rival the best. The best value in the Smokies. You'll want to visit Parrot Mountain and Gardens. Call or visit us online. We'll see you there."
You're watching Mountain Fun Life and Morning in the Mountains. I'm Brad Lovett with my best friend.
Yes, Robert Ombie.
At least for today.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm your best friend.
There you go.
It's good to have a friend.
Well, we want to do another episode as we look at the history of the Smoky Mountains, and of course, you're part of two very important families here in Sevier County, the Ogles and the Ombies.
And the Ombies, correct.
We have stories about bridges and things that you can see but maybe overlooked in the Smoky Mountains.
There are these little tucked away, out of the way places that have so much history and heritage of the Great Smoky Mountains that I think a lot of the tourists that come to the area, they drive basically up Dolly Parton Parkway or 441 coming into Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and the traditional sightseeing places. Of course, on up into the Smoky Mountains Park itself. But there are so many of these little historical nooks and crannies and corners around the area that that probably a lot of the tourists don't get to see and don't know about. So the purpose of the programming, such as we're doing here, is to give these little historical tidbits to folks so that they, if they would like to GPS or search out some of these spots and buildings, old historic buildings, and one in particular that we want to discuss in this setting is the Blowing Cave Mill.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people probably have not heard of the Blowing Cave Mill.
I had not until today, actually.
It is it's very unique, and it's still operational. They still have the stone grinding, you know, the old stone wheel where they grind the grain. And the old timers, when they grow their own corn, wheat, whatever, they would take it to this mill. There are more that we may even cover some of them later on. Everybody knows about the old mill in Pigeon Forge.
Certainly.
It's a very popular mill. So the Blowing Cave Mill is very unique. It is about 5 miles from Sevierville, going up 411 toward Newport. And you turn right on the Blowing Cave Road, and it's 1 mile on the left. You'll see this kind of looks like a huge old 2-story farmhouse to begin with, until you look to the side and you see that humongous water wheel that turns the grinding wheel on the inside. And so it's very unique, and it is listed on the registry of the Association for Preservation of the Tennessee Antiques or Antiquities, one of the few remaining mills in Tennessee. So this is on the same road where now a lot of tourists have probably been up to. You hear a lot of them talk about the caverns. And of course that would specifically be the Forbidden Caverns. Now, the Forbidden Caverns originally, that was called from an old Indian name, if I got my history correct on that, it was called Blowing Cave. So everything in that area, you got Blowing Cave School, Blowing Cave Baptist Church, and of course the Blowing Cave Mill, which is the subject of the topic of our discussion here. And this is going on up toward the English Mountain area. And there's another interesting segment that we'll be doing on English Mountain following up on this one that is going to be very interesting to people that may not be familiar. Some things that are coming out of English Mountain, one in particular substance that we'll discuss later, so you don't want to miss any of our little historical segments on this, because these little tidbits are very interesting to people who have that, shall we call it, the mentality of Indiana Jones, so to speak.
Certainly.
And not that these are that hard to find, it's just that they're kind of out of the way on some of the off-roads and the areas that people generally do not go into unless they're looking for a cabin. A lot of cabins up in that area also. So, but the Blowing Cave Mill, they have, I think they have maybe some crafts, things like that. I think they have a little craft section. I've not been in it. They recently did a little bit of remodeling. Some of the boards, you know, eventually they get worn and have to be replaced. And they underwent some remodeling, but the overall structure is basically as it was and as it looked back in the day when it was first built. So if you're in that area and you're looking for something very unique, you might want to just go up and take a look, just walk through. You can actually go in and watch the big stone grinding wheel grind the corn, and you can pick up some cornmeal, flour, or whatever they have ground up and ready to go. So that's just about it for the Blowing Cave Mill. Be sure and check that out. You can probably Google it and find the information that you need on the Blowing Cave Mill. So be sure and do that and check it out. Brad, it's been great.
Great and very interesting, and we love the parkway and everything on it. But we have this big playground in the national park and beyond, and there are just very many interesting things to see that you might just not expect.
Yes, and once you see the Blowing Cave Mill, if you go there first, be sure and don't lose out on going on up into the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and see what our Smoky Mountain heritage is all about.
And there's a reason we call them Great Smoky Mountains. And that's our show for this segment. And for Robert Ownby, I'm Brad Lovett, and this is Morning in the Mountains.
And one of the great things we can offer you on Mountain Fun Life is discounts on tickets to some of the fantastic attractions that are all throughout the Smoky Mountains and East Tennessee. Well, all you have to do is give a call to Mountain Fun Life's Best Deals at 865-978-1152, 865-978-1152, and save money when you and your family are visiting the Smokies. You're watching Morning in the Mountains on Mountain Fun Life. I'm Frank Murphy here with Jim Johnson. And when you think about sports and the weekend, you think about where do you perform sports? In the gym. Here's Jim Johnson.
That's right. Here I am, Jim Johnson.
Where do you perform sports? How do you like that?
Where
do you go have sports?
You have sports in the mountains. When you come to the Smoky Mountains, you want to know all about sports in the mountains. And speaking of sports, we have the Tennessee Smokies are playing this evening at the Tennessee Smokies Stadium, and they're going to be playing against the Bay Bears. And you know, they've been playing a long-standing game with the Bay Bears this week.
A homestand.
And we've got a homestand here for the next few days, but tonight is the next game. And of course, after the game on Friday nights, you have the incredible fireworks display that takes place.
SmokiesBaseball.com.
SmokiesBaseball.com. Talk about good times. And what else starts today is the AAU 5th grade girls basketball championship, and that is going on the 12th, 13th, and 14th. Mm-hmm. And it's a great way to get away.
Now, I didn't think I didn't think I knew what AAU stood for. I was going to ask you, but then all of a sudden, before I asked you, the phrase Amateur Athletic Union smacked me
you right in
the side of the memory, because that happens to me a lot, you know.
When you do a lot of stuff, and especially like yourself over the years of being on
I think
news,
that might be it. Amateur Athletic
I concur.
Union. All
I
right.
concur.
Maybe. We'll Google it.
I concur with that.
Thank you, Doctor.
So, another great things that are going on in the Smoky Mountains when you talk about sports. It is a great weekend for sports. Since today's Friday, we can talk about things that are going on this weekend.
Yeah.
And the Smokies are having another great game tomorrow, and it's going to be 90s Day. So,
oh wow,
come dressed up in the 90s. They're going to give away 1,000 fanny packs to the first 1,000 people that come through the.
Now, I was into grunge rock in the 90s, but if I dressed in my Seattle flannel, I think I would sweat profusely.
Yes, and then they give you a nice little fanny pack.
Yeah, I might want to do some of the the 90s version of the spandex and the
cooler
all that nonsense.
The cooler stuff, like Michael Jackson, parachute pants type of thing.
You know, Saved by the Bell was very 90s. You could dress as any of those characters.
And you would fit right in.
Yes.
Now, what else is great about that? They're having a 90s dance party after the game.
Nice.
90s dance party.
Fantastic.
So it's going to be going on. People are going to be out there dancing,
Britney
having
Spears,
a good time.
NSYNC.
All those guys.
Yeah.
All those guys.
All right.
I was going to say New Kids on the Block, but I think they were more 80s.
Yeah, they went into the 90s too.
A couple years into the 90s. Yeah. And when you're out dancing, again, since it's Saturday night, they're going to have fireworks again. So,
oh wow,
other great things that you can do there.
So there's a lot to do this weekend in the Smokies at Smokies Baseball.
Yep, that's true. And Sunday, Bobblehead Day. First people that come through, 1,000 people, they're giving away a free bobblehead. That's fun.
That's what I love about minor league baseball is, I mean, no offense to the Smokies because they're great, but it doesn't really matter who wins the game, in my opinion. It cares to them. The guys who play and the guys who, they're very competitive. But as a fan, you know you're going to have a good time whether they win or lose. You know, the food's going to be good. The promotions and giveaways are going to be good. It's, you know.
It's all about the experience. So if you're here in the Smokies and you didn't know about the Tennessee Smokies and you're just hearing about it today, make sure you go and get some tickets. Go to that game. You will absolutely have a blast. I mean, you talk about fun.
Exit 407.
Yeah, exit 407.
All right.
So,
what else? Anything else?
There's quite a few things going on. You can check on Google, go out there, see all the great things that are going on in the Smoky Mountains. And we will be right back with another I think I messed up, but that's okay.
A segment is the word
It
you're
is
looking for.
segment, yes, the
We'll be
next
back with
segment.
more. I can handle that part.
Thank you.
This is where I come in. We'll be back with more on Mountain Fun Life. You're watching Morning in the Mountains.
Join the Smokies at America's friendliest ballpark this summer for huge post-game fireworks shows every Friday and Saturday night home game. It's part of our summer fireworks series. Book your 9-inning vacation at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Parrot Mountain. This attraction has it all, whether you're 2 years old or 90 years young, with hundreds of beautiful tropical birds and thousands of flowers, plants, and trees. Folks who visited our park have said, "I've never seen this many birds in one place. This must be what the Garden of Eden was like. The most beautiful and peaceful place I have ever been. These gardens rival the best. The best value in the Smokies. You'll want to visit Parrot Mountain and Gardens. Call or visit us online. We'll see you there."
Thank you so much for watching Morning in the Mountains on Mountain Fun Life, the Friday edition. We've had a great time sharing stories and information with you. For Brad Lovett, for Jim Johnson, for Robert Ownby, I'm Frank Murphy. So enough with us. Go out and do something in the mountains, right?
Yes, there's plenty to do out there.
Go, have fun. But do take us with us, share and like the links, and we'd love for you to tell more people about the fun we're having